Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilky and I'm here with the next round of my qualifiers for Nocts Wolves and Zero Cherries Community Tournament, the Ultimate Shadow Solo Series. We're still playing Badal, and right off the bat we're actually going to take a quick break here. So this is something that's not necessarily something that will happen every game or that you encounter every game, but look at the far end here around this corner and on that portion here. You can see that there's two people there. Here's an Egret there, and there is a Schultz here, and both of them are slapping onto Runes Golems. Now, they are incredibly potent despite not giving the XP buff they used to give anymore. They still do give you plenty of skill points, especially early on. If you manage to land nearby one of those, what I recommend is kill them as quickly as possible. There's one little notch that I would to address here is kill 3 mobs first, because the first 3 mobs that you will kill will grant you the second skill point you need in order to unlock your second ability. However, these guys will have a massive advantage over me because due to the fact that they killed these Runes Golems early on, they will have all their skills unlocked, essentially being, well, not on point, but at least they were able to deal out decent combos and play to their full potential. Whereas I am, in this case with Badal, I only have 2 abilities, which severely hampers my gameplay, and other heroes may not even be capable to combo at all. So this is a very smart move to do by them. I did not really follow up too quickly, so what I'm trying to do here is bust in. Generally though, this is just a small reminder. If you get to see those here, it's a very smart choice to actually focus them. I mean, I got super lucky because I got 2 skill books here. Essentially, I'm decked out, and this is the reason why I'm trying to push onto this guy here. Like, alright, I have all the skills. Let's just try and see. Maybe we can get something going. However, this is just a small reminder that I want to give you. If you have the chance to get Runes Golems killed, you should always try and do that. On to the next point of interest. Now, period, I already talked about this, that I'm generally a little bit too aggressive and that I'm longing for a kill. Same thing here, I try to engage onto Slate here. And the important thing to notice here is I failed with my engage. My sprint jump attack was kind of bad. He countered my follow-up with RV, and he proceeds to just hack at me. And at this point, I could have queued out, I could have flashed out afterwards, or I could have potioned. However, keep in mind, grace period is not really a big deal if you die. First of all, you're not feeling the enemy all that much, you're not dropping out gear. He seems to have a lot of his skills anyway, so it wasn't like I would be giving him a lot of an edge. Plus, recovering from that amount of HP would require 4 potions. That would essentially cut down my potion capacity, or the current resources I have, by half. So what I decided to do instead is just let myself get killed. I'm trying to do like a combo here, but I kind of missed or went for a little bit of too many auto hits. And I just let myself get killed because literally if you're in grace, and especially if you're like at the start or like at the middle of the grace period, because you still have 1 minute and 30 left, don't heat it, don't sweat it, don't burn all of your resources. Don't burn all of your potions, just get yourself killed. Sure, it sucks because you get killed and the other guy now gets a buff, some recovery, and a little bit of XP, but it's not the end of the world, really. Like, there's plenty of people that can get kills during grace period and still not make it to the finals. It's not a huge thing, and you're not giving up a huge portion of the game. You're much worse off if you were to, like, I could drag this fight out by spending Q, spending E, and burning potions, and ultimately that would result me in not having Q once grace period is over, and I also would have severely lower potions, or lower amounts of potions, which essentially would drag into the mid and late game where these potions are going to be much more vital, because you don't have this option to reset. So if you end up yourself, like, trying to engage and maybe the engage fails, just take it, really, get yourself killed, jump somewhere, and restart from there. On to another point of interest here. This is more of a strategic element again. I'm seeing a Shadow Lord, and just there within my eyes I see that there's someone else there. Generally though, if you're seeing a Shadow Lord in a tournament scenario, always be sure to check your surrounding. Don't just run in blindly hoping that everything's gonna go good, because I knew that there's people somewhere in the vicinity. Especially early Shadow Lords are very easy to kill, so they're a very high priority for a lot of people. And just like I said, there's someone else around, and I wasn't sure whether or not Slade would come in or not. You can see the HP bar, so you can play a little bit around that. Unfortunately, due to not having really good gear, I was like, okay, let's see and wait. And I'm doing one fatal mistake here. I'm giving up the kill here, or rather, there's two things happening. First of all, I did not realize that I killed the Shadow Lord with my RMB. So what happened here is, I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. After the arrow hits, you see that the Shadow is almost dead, and my RMB engage actually kills him already. So at this point, what I should have done, boom, you can see the chest drops here. What I should have done is just immediately grab the item and blink out. But I didn't see that, so I followed up with my Thunderbreaker. Luckily for Slade, what he did do there is pop his Red Moon. He canceled it early to get out and pick up the item. So he did a very smart play there. He did not really take all that much damage, plus he got a red item out of this fight, and I absolutely got the shirt and of the stick. So very well played by him. Not essentially the best play by me. Generally though, priority should be try to grab the item. You don't necessarily need to get the kill as long as you're able to snack the item and back out. You have a massive gear advantage over others, and you're not burning resources in the process. So like I said, this was a very good thing, and I should have definitely done something better. However, I do get the Spectre in return, so there's that. On to another point of interest here. First mistake I'm making, I believe that I'm not going to get hit by this arrow here. And second of all, this is one of these examples where I'm doing Q very early in the fight. Now, I do know that I have a blue weapon, a yellow main hand, and a blue offense, so my damage is reasonably well, plus I have the 75 AP buff. So it's like, alright, I think I will be able to take this guy down. So, other than like waiting, as you've seen in other videos, I'm queuing relatively early in this fight to prevent me taking too much damage and trying to retaliate. Luckily, I did manage to get the combo off here, launch with a Helix, follow up with another combo here. And I guess it was really lucky for him to survive with that sliver. I don't know how much HP that was, but that was not a whole lot. So this could have gone either way. But I'm trying to engage, and that was another very important factor. I did not know if he has Q up or not. Because like I said, the last Helix could have eliminated him, and he would have died with his Q on. I'm not sure if he didn't want a Q early on, or maybe I just slapped the remaining seconds of the cooldown off his Q. Either way, if you don't know if your enemy has Q up or not, always be sure to keep your finger on your E button or whatever flash, whatever hotkey your blink is on, because he could have retaliated afterwards and killed me. I did not have stamina. I didn't have any single cooldown, so he could have gone out his combo and just murked me. And I guess the end of the story is just I'm trying to close this down. I know that he has a counter, so I'm baiting that one out, recovering some stamina. Luckily managed to clip here with that sprint attack, and boom, shoot the Helix to seal the deal. As usual, once you get the kill, priority is pick up the items. I'm seeing another square here, so there's an enemy here, but I'm definitely looking for some equipment. And there we go, it's finals, so I'm definitely making sure to head out, because open field, finals does have the stamina crap, and I'm in the fog. I definitely don't want to fight an Orwin here. So on to the next and probably last point of interest here. So keep in mind I'm seeing a Sora there, and I was like, okay, he probably noticed me by now, but I have my ultimate Helix, so let's try and see if we can clip this one. Keep in mind though, generally this is a very bad behavior because I don't have neither blink nor Q up. So I'm being aggressive despite not having any tool whatsoever. I don't know what kind of gear he has because I didn't exchange a single blow, so I don't know what kind of gear he has, if he has buffs or not. Plus, I'm essentially out of any options should I be getting hit. So I'm playing a little bit more defensively, trying to bait something in. Because like I said, I don't know who it is and what the situation is, so at least trying to get something in here. So he did a match log at a fairly long range, so I was like, okay, I can probably flash out. And at this point, since I didn't have Q and I wasn't full HP, it was definitely the smartest choice for me to just try and hammer my flash. I did get out, and we're resetting here. I know that his match log is on cooldown, so I'm baiting this whiff here. For some reason, I thought it's a smart idea to dodge, and then I'm trying to punish, which was very stupid. Because after this scenario here, where he clearly whiffed, I should have just slapped a Helix in. Boom, that was definitely a misplay by me. However, we're trying to like go back and forth here. There was nothing really happening, judging the situation, waiting for people to make a mistake. Because, you know, ultimately you want to at least do one combo, then see if they burn cooldowns or not. So I'm just sitting here stationary. Finals showed up again. So I was like, alright, let's get the hell out of here. For some reason, this thing bugged on me, the jump gate. So I was like, alright, let's move on further. Seeing more people, so I know that there's an Orwin, a Schultz, and a Sura around me. So I was like, okay, let's be a little bit more careful, because picking a fight right now is probably not the smartest idea. Especially since I don't have any cooldowns at this point again. However, greedy as I am, I was like, okay, let's see who that is. Let's tail this Schultz a little bit. And there he comes back running at me, does the engage, and there is Chaos King True coming back. And this was my demise, because like I said, I did not have anything back up here. And you can see I died with around 7 seconds left on my queue. So, lessons to be learned, don't pick fights if you don't have any resources. Especially if you know that there's other people around, because I just duked it out with him and finalists, so I knew that there's going to be some people around still. Plus, we've been in the zone, so we leave this little black spirit icon around, so everybody can judge the situation and find you fairly quickly. Like I said, what I should have done was not take the fight here, and I got punished accordingly because I was too greedy here. So, lessons to be learned again. Greed does not pay off in a tournament. Always make sure you have at least one option and only pick fights unless you really have to, or you can make sure that you're actually winning. Anyways, this is all for this analysis of round 3. I have one more round to go through. Good Friday is going to be the day of the actual tournament. I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that. I hope I'm not going to be that tired as I am during, or as I was during these matches, so looking forward to this. As usual, I will be streaming every Monday and other days as I announce them on my Twitter, Discord, YouTube channel, and in future streams, so check that one out. Last but not least, thank you everybody for joining, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. So have a good one, and take care.